lost!
Did you find your tongue, Doctor?
Yes, I did. And it was worth every effort. Absolutely fascinating.
Now, Doctor, will you tell me what was so important about this particular book that we had to rummage through this old dusty library of yours? Really, it should take days to clean.
Knowledge, my dear Christine. Knowledge.
Knowledge? What knowledge could a man of your learning possibly not have?
Even though I am a Time Lord, I have lived a great many years. It does not mean I know everything.
That is not what you have said before.
What was that?
I said, what is this book?
It's a history book.
A history book?
Yes, on a race called the Swordians. They died quite a long time ago, and they no longer exist. I was curious as to what history had to say about them.
And?
As usual, the book does not depict an entirely accurate account of their history.
So then why did we go through all this bother to find the book?
Because, Christine, sometimes reflecting on history is more interesting than the history itself. I've visited these people at various points during their timeline, and even to some of the events mentioned in this book. But the outcome, the players, their personas, not accurate.
So it must give you a little pride in knowing more than the book.
Well, maybe a little.
Oh, Doctor, what is happening?
I don't know, some sort of... Oh!
What is that?
Some kind of vortex. How? How did it reach into the TARDIS? This isn't possible. Christine, keep out of its way. It seems to be searching for something.
Doctor, you are too close!
No matter which way I move, it follows. Almost like a trained pet. Christine, I told you to stay back.
Doctor!
Oh.
Doctor, I can't move!
Hold on, Christine. I'll get you out. Just stay calm.
What's happening? You're so calm!
Maybe if I reverse the... No, that'll never work. Doctor, think. Think! Well, easier than I thought. Christine! Christine? I feel so cold. Come on, let me feel your pulse. There it is. A bit erratic, though. Where is that first aid kit? Oh, I knew I should have cleaned up in here. Ah, found it. Come on, Christine, come on. These salts and nauseous. Wake up. That's a good girl.
Doctor! Doctor, no!
Christine, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Doctor! God be praised, you're alive!
Yes, of course I am. Are you okay? You gave me quite a fright.
I just feel so cold.
I'm not sure what happened. TARDIS seemed to have encountered some sort of dimensional vortex. How it passed through the outer shell and the defenses, I'm not sure. But it certainly seemed interested in me. You foolish, foolish girl. You saved my life.
Did I?
Why were you so surprised I was alive? Don't tell me you're disappointed.
No, Doctor. I thought I saw something.
In the vortex?
No, in my mind. Like a vision.
The vortex must have affected you more than I thought. Just lay down.
No, Doctor! You must listen! I have a vision! Of you dying!
Really, Chris? You can see I'm perfectly fine.
No, Doctor! I saw it! You were trying to push someone or something away! And then you fell before me dead!
It's okay, Christine. I'm right here, fit as a fiddle.
You cannot simply ignore my vision! I saw you!
What you saw was quite possibly a manifestation of some subconscious fear you have of losing me. Or some other trauma that was reawakened by your experience in the vortex.
I know what I saw! I'd be not mad!
Christine, people dream yet they do not claim what they experienced was real. It could not have been anything more than that.
I'm not so sure, Doctor.
Oh no.
What? What is it? Does the vortex return?
This can't be right. This can't possibly be right.
What is it?
According to the controls, outside the TARDIS, the universe is gone.
I hate Earth.
Really? Earth in this time period, or Earth in general?
I hate all of Earth.
I'm not so sure if I mind it. It reminds me of... home.
Do not even begin to compare Earth with Caracas.
Remember your place, Doug.
Forgive me, sir.
You know, in this time period, mankind has not invented any means of flight yet.
How long will we have to maintain our human disguises? Their form is demeaning to us.
Patience. Not much longer now.
And home? When will we return home?
We will not return until our sins are purged and we make things right.
Doctor, why here?
We must find the source of the vortex, Christine. It originated here in 13th century England. According to the chronometer, we're about 2 years after we first met, local time.
That does not make me feel any better.
Come now, Christine, don't be difficult.
This place doth bring forth naught but bad memories.
I understand your reluctance. We must find what caused the vortex and why the universe has ceased to exist. Besides, I'm afraid we're rather stuck here now.
Why?
Something is draining the TARDIS of its Artron energy. We can't take flight without stopping whatever it is that's draining the power.
Oh, very well.
Christine, it'll be all right, I promise.
Barely, it's a beautiful day.
That's a go, Chris. Always look for the good and the bad. There's a village very nearby. Let's head that way and see what we can find, eh?
I want these figures confirmed before we proceed any further. We will not allow for the slightest possible error. Understand?
Sir! Sir,
Yes, Calix, what is it?
I thought you should be made aware that we have detected the arrival of an object nearby. It appears to have materialized from the space-time vortex.
What? You mean in addition to...
Yes, sir.
Fascinating. This is most unexpected. Most unexpected.
Doctor, what exactly are we looking for?
Not certain yet.
So how will we know when we find it? Or are we just wandering about wasting our time for us to think of a plan?
We are not wasting our time. Through careful observation, one can gain more insight and knowledge than by simply trampling about, using force, or haphazardly poking into people's business. If you're bored, you can always take in the local flavor. You should know your way about. This is your time period, after all.
Thou need not remind me.
Stay out of trouble. Oh, this is nice. Never see that at a Renaissance fair. Christine? Yeah, she's awfully fast to have gotten that far ahead.
Doctor!
Done so soon, Chris. Did I forget to give you pocket money again?
Doctor! I've been looking everywhere for you!
You have?
Of course! I haven't found inside Draxen yet. I want to try the other part of the village now.
Christine, you seem... Have you grown? You look a little... different.
What are you talking about?
And who is Draxen?
Doctor, are you well?
I know the vortex has affected you, but I can't believe it's to this degree. Maybe we should return to...
Vortex? Doctor, have you lost your wits?
Listen, why don't you sit down here for a moment and rest? It's been a hectic day.
We don't have time for this. Look, just keep searching and we'll meet up again in a half an hour.
Wait, Christine! Blast that girl. She's going to be the death of me. There's something very odd about her, though. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Doctor, have you found anything yet?
Didn't we just have this conversation? Look, I like a good game myself every now and then, but this is getting ridiculous.
You're certainly one to talk.
What do you mean?
Doctor, who was Draxen?
Draxen? Who is this Draxen you keep mentioning?
Do not hold the phone with me.
Christine, I don't understand. What do you mean by Draxen?
Do you not remember? Are you all well? Mayhaps the vortex.
I'm fine. Just a little confused. Tell me, when did I mention Draxen?
I just saw you a couple minutes ago and barely you were, or rather, still are, behaving very strangely. You were asking me if I had seen you, and you said a Draxen.
Oh dear. Something very strange is going on. That's almost exactly what happened to me, except it was you who was asking about Draxen.
Doctor, what is happening here?
Not certain yet. I think it might be safer if we head back to the TARDIS. Come on.
Good morrow, me lord and lady. Would thou be interested in some fruits or vegetables? Verily, it is the finest in all the lands. Even the king himself doth suck from mine crops.
Sorry, old chap, but we simply...
Thou hast a hard heart, my lord. Wouldst thou deny a man a means of living?
Perhaps.
Sir, I promise to return and buy some of your fruit. But as of right now, I'm trying to rectify a situation that could have dire consequences for the entire universe. So if you don't mind...
A pox on thee, thy fobbling, clay-brained jolthead! Wouldst not spend a solitary moment on a hard-working soul as myself? Vegetables, fine fruits and nuts. What in Christ's name?
No sign of Draxen yet, Christine. This is not good.
Doctor, I still don't understand why you were so confused when I talked about Draxen earlier. Is something wrong?
Saints be with us! Witches and warlocks! We have witches and warlocks amongst us!
My good man, what are you talking about? Witches and warlocks? He certainly can't be referring to us, can he?
Get away from me! I shall have naught of thee and thy machinations!
I assure you, good merchant, we are but humble travelers on the Lord's work.
Liars! Thou art the very devil himself!
How do you come to that conclusion? Had many dealings with him yourself lately?
Doctor!
Not 1 minute ago thou wert refusing to buy my goods and help me feed my children, and now thou dost reappear behind me when thou just walk away from in front of me!
Really? This is very interesting.
Get thee behind me, Satan! Get thee behind me! I'm a God-fearing man!
How much for these apples?
Apples? Why, thou dost have a fine taste, me lord. How many wouldst thou like?
I'll take 2, please.
Many thanks, good lord. That'll be...
Yeah, keep the change.
gold. Ah, my lord! Only one with the heart of an angel couldst be so kind. Thou art truly sent from God.
Don't mention it. Let's go, Christine. You know something?
What?
He reminds me of someone I met a while ago. I can't remember whom. Oh well. I'm sure it will come to me when it doesn't matter.
Doctor, where at?
Come along, Chris. I have a feeling that things are much worse than I had first imagined.
Could it have something to do with my vision of you dying?
I'm quite certain that it doesn't.
But Doctor!
If people were to bind themselves to every silly portent, vision, and dream, then civilization would spiral into a superstitious paranoia. The future is not set in stone, Christine. Have you learned nothing on our travels together?
But they'll just realize... Doctor, look! Ruler's rocked by the TARDIS.
Maybe they found a blue box in the middle of nowhere, a fascinating spot to lay about. In any case, stay close. Good day, gentlemen. Yes, well, if you don't mind, that box happens to be ours.
Is it now? Well, I've been wanting to meet you.
Doctor, look out!
Take them. Welcome back, Doctor.
I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Not at all. The effect should not have lasted so long, but you must be more primitive than we had anticipated.
Of all the puffed up... Exactly who are you people? You certainly don't seem to fit in with normal 13th century surroundings, you know. Last I checked, the local merchants weren't selling computers and lab equipment. Unless, of course, you joined one of those club warehouses. I understand they have some smashing deals now and then.
I liked you better when you were unconscious.
Hey, you'd be surprised how many people tell me that. Oh, don't leave! We were just becoming friends. Interesting bloke. Talks a lot, though.
Doctor, I cannot break these bonds!
Don't bother, Christine. They're made of material not indigenous to Earth. Even a laser wouldn't be able to cut through them.
Where are we? What do they want with us?
I don't know yet.
Draxen will deal with you soon enough.
Draxen! There's that name again!
You know, I've been hearing a lot about this Draxen fellow. I can't wait to meet him.
Is that so, Doctor? Oh, I'm flattered. I see you and Christina are doing rather well.
I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage.
Several, actually. And now that I have your TARDIS, my plans are finally near completion.
The TARDIS! How does she know about your TARDIS, Doctor?
How's the TARDIS going to help you?
It is an amazing source of Artron energy, wouldn't you say? The best in the universe, in fact.
So your equipment is the cause of the energy drain.
Yes. I plan to use it to complete my experiments.
And what would those be? Wait. Ultron energy. You're not planning...
Doctor, allow me to ask you something. Have you ever committed a horrible mistake? Perhaps one that has caused you so much grief that there are days in which you don't even know how you will live with it?
Even our mistakes contribute to make us who we are.
My mistakes have given me the strength to find a way to rectify them, and soon I shall be able to. Thanks to you, Doctor.
I have no intention of helping you.
You already have.
What do you mean by that?
When you pursued me, my equipment detected the energy from your ship. Ever since then, I knew you would be our salvation.
Pursued you? My good lady, I assure you, we've never met before.
Sturg,
Yes, sir.
I will take several men back to the Doctor's TARDIS to set up the experiment. I want you to take the Doctor and drain his Artron energy.
What?
It'll be a valuable aid to our experiment.
And what of the girl?
Use your ample discretion. You're in command. I'll return shortly. Goodbye, Doctor. Pity we could not have met under more pleasant circumstances.
Oh yes, this will be a delicious pleasure. I shall enjoy killing you, Doctor.
Well, you'd be surprised how many have said that, too. Glad to say that not many have succeeded.
We will see how your spirits fare after I am done with you. Take the girl away. I want to supervise constantly. I will deal with her later.
No! I will not leave him!
You have little choice. Away!
No, Doctor!
If you harm a single hair on her head,
You will be silent.
you'll find that isn't one of my greatest virtues.
Not to worry, Doctor. Soon it will be all over for you. And trust me, you will consider that a blessing.
Oh?
You see, you are more valuable to me than just for your Artron energy. Yes, I have other experiments which you would be most suitable for.
What kind of experiments could you be capable of performing? Aside from the kind where you laugh maniacally while a bit of drool runs down your chin.
Don't worry, Doctor. As I've already said, you probably won't feel a thing by then.
What about Christine?
She, I'm afraid, will feel everything I have to offer her.
You barbarian! Is this the kind of people you are? All this equipment, and obviously advanced intellect, and you still resort to primitive, gratuitous torture! I pity you.
That is certainly a touching speech, Doctor. But it won't save you now.
I will fight you.
Please, Doctor, you've already lost.
Oh.
You cannot resist, Doctor. You cannot resist. Your Artron energy will be ours. And then you will be mine.